Welcome to Lex of Motion. My name is Leko, and today I'll be showing you how to make this badass UI animation by Mike from Creative Meets. So the first thing we need to do is to import our UI screen into After Effects where we are going to be doing the animation. So make sure your After Effects is already opened and you are in the Figma desktop app or web app. So the link to these screens, the link to the source file of this Figma screen is in the video descriptions. So make sure you check it out so you can follow me as I'm designing. So to push our Figma screens into After Effects, we'll be using a plugin called AEUX. So AEUX is a very fantastic plugin on Sketch and on Figma that pushes your designs all the way into After Effects from Figma the exact same way we have it layered. So a link to how to install AEUX in less than 5 minutes on your softwares is in the video description, so you can also check it out. So I'll just select my hardboard and press send selection to AE and boom. The exact same way I have it in Figma is the exact same way he brought it out here on After Effects. So to start animating, first thing we need to do is to go into Card New. We need to resize the comp. And just change the color to black. Mind you, on the AEUX plugin, make sure your comp size is set at 1 times so that it does not triple the size of your comp, because if that tripled it, we would have used 930, we would have used 930 times 3 in case you would love to triple your comp size. You get the concept. So we could just go to 20 frames, zoom in, and what we need to do is to create a null object. So this null object will serve as a controller of every of this card. So we just edit them at once on the null object. Also, I'm using this plugin called Motion Tools by MDS, Motion Design School. So the thing about this plugin that it makes all your work on After Effects faster, like editing of anchor points, keyframes, and what's not. I'm using this plugin a lot. In case you need the plugin also, is in the description below, just to make it work easy. So I'm just going to select this to center my anchor point. And when that happens, I will just make everybody, including this guy, child elements to my comp. So when that is done, at about 20 frame, I'll start initiating the click effect. Like I said, I want a click effect to initiate the animation. So at 28, I might just take it to, let me say 35. Yep. Now that, I will just take this guy to say, so when this happens, I could just ease in. Or better still, let me just use easy ease. You understand? So let us look at the animation now. So this is our clicking effect. So we just click the effect. So what I want is that when this click happens, I want the card to rotate. So maybe at this point, I will just click my rotation and go to about 50 frames, and I'll rotate it to about. So this is what will happen. I might also just ease it. So now we're using this shortcut for easy so I don't waste my time. The other thing I need to do is that when we click, I don't want to see this text again. So they leave the to do that, I will just at this point place my opacity here. Maybe at this place, maybe of this guy, I'll just subject them to. Yep, that's it. Pretty easy. So if you are new to After Effects, all of this might be overwhelming at first, but then it will get easy. Just follow me. But then If you're using After Effects for a while, all of this will just be a walk in the park for you. So it just goes in and goes out. Let us look at it in the original home screen. I just want to zoom in now so I don't see a lot of wanted stuff. So this is basically, I want to center this card. So when the clicking begins and it starts to rotate, I would like to center this card to the center of the screen. So for that to work, at about this place, I could just initiate the position. So about 50. I could just send it to, I think this place should work. Yeah, I can actually put it there. Now to isolate this layer so that we can see what we are doing, I will just press this icon. Now I can't see anything because the background of my comp is set at white by default. I'll just change it to black. So yeah, I can actually see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm actually going to be working with this position. And when I'm done, I will just click on this guy to bring it back up. Now there's a little white line here. It was caused by this guy, so I will just deactivate it because I don't need it now. And boom. So if you check the animation back now, let me just easy this guy. So if you check the animation back, yeah. So now when we get to this place, I would like to edit this rectangle part to fill up the whole screen, which is the major transition here. So for that to happen, I'll first of all change this rectangular part to a bezier part. And click it about 70. And I will just increase the size to about like this, and from here go to like this. Just essentially just fill up the screen. Then F9. So now when this happens, you will notice that it is a little bit down. It's not filling up the screen. So we just go to the card new and about 50, or better set it 5. Set the position here. And about 50, we just take it up. So let's view it now. Yeah, that works. That's too that's too much. Yeah, this is actually very nice. So but you've noticed it's filling up the screen too much, like it's outside the bounding box. So what we do is just take this screen layer and we just Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V it. I use it to serve as a mask for the screen, so when we zoom in, we have this fantastic we could just go to about 20 frames and go into the rank. So the idea we have for this rank and the rest of the game status is that we want them to lose the opacity the moment the card swipes up. So as the card is swiping up, they begin to lose the opacity. For that to happen, we're just going to do a very simple opacity property animating. First of all, we change the color of the background so that we can see what we are doing. And we'll just apply the opacity at 100 at let us start this animation by 40 frames. So let's at 15 frames, that's about. So the easy thing is that we'll just copy this property to the rest, or should be at 40. So it's going to be at 45. We apply the opacity, easy peasy, and at 50 we apply the opacity. But that's not done. Also at 40 frame, we want to start animating this text to go up and leave the screen. So for that to happen, we'll just apply positional property to both and say at that's 55 frame also, or let's just say 60 frame. Pull them up and we could just apply. Let me just apply easy ease to everybody here. Yes. One thing we need to do is that we can parent this our game statuses to Elion. Oh, sorry. So now it's still looking a little bit weird. That's because we didn't apply opacity to Helion. So at this point, I'll just apply opacity about from here to here. Can we apply opacity also? Then this opacity should have come a little bit like this. Why did it come first? I think we should just take this one back. Yeah. And just push these two guys a little bit like this. Yeah. And with this, we come to the end of this part of the animation tutorial. The link to the next part will show on your screen anytime from now. But in case you need any help, let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting for you. But don't forget to subscribe and also like this video. I'll see you soon.